Good morning, one and all present here. Anything is possible once you believe you are worthy of achieving it. With this note, I welcome you in the science class. In the previous classes, we had discussed chapter 1, our environment. Our environment is made up of two components, biotic and abiotic. The biotic components and the abiotic components, they interact in the nature that also we had discussed in the previous classes. Last class, we had discussed the objective questions of chapter 1, in which we had discussed part A, fill in the blanks, part B, mark the statement as true and false, then part C, MCQ, multiple choice questions, where each question has 4 options in which we have marked the correct one. Today we will do the subjective part. Part D, the question is answer the following questions in brief. In part D, the first serial order is question number 1. The question number 1 is, why should we segregate different types of waste? Let's recapitulate that previous classes we had discussed there are two types of waste. One is biodegradable, another one is non-biodegradable. Biodegradable means which can be broken down and converted into minerals which is added to the soil. Whereas non-biodegradable, they cannot be broken down or decomposed. They remain on the earth for many years and they are threat to the environment. Hence, it is very much important that we should segregate both the types of waste. Now, what will be the answer? Answer is, we should segregate the different types of waste to dispose them in an environment friendly way. Okay. Now, what are the reasons behind it? First, after segregation, the biodegradable can be used to make organic manure, whereas the non-biodegradable can be recycled and can be reused. Clear to you? Now, the second serial order. The second question in part D is define vermicomposting. What is vermicomposting? It is a method of making compost with the help of special type of earthworm. Now, how we will define it? It will be defined as the process of preparing compost from kitchen garbage using red worms and other various worms is called vermicomposting. Clear to you? Now, third question. Which component of air gets used up during the process of photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is very clear to all of you. It is a process by which the green plants prepare their own food. The producers uses some of the raw materials. They are carbon dioxide and water. Now, can you tell me from where do the plants get the carbon dioxide? Yes, the carbon dioxide is present in the air. So, answer is very simple, that carbon dioxide is the component of air which gets used up during the process of photosynthesis. Now, you see what I have written here? Carbon dioxide, and the chemical formula of carbon dioxide, CO2. The next, third question. Suggest any 5 activities that can help to save the environment. You must have learnt in your previous class that what activities should we follow to save our environment, in which we had learned that we should plant more trees, we should stop cutting off trees, then regular checkup of vehicles and many more were there. Here also some of the points I have written. Let's discuss one by one. The first very common activity that we should follow, it is say no to plastic. We all know that plastic is non-biodegradable. It is a threat to the environment. Okay, so we should avoid using plastic bags. Number 2, grow more trees. We should promote afforestation and we should stop deforestation. Once again, afforestation means plantation, deforestation means cutting of trees in unplanned manner. Number three is reduce pollution. Now, how can we reduce pollution? We can reduce pollution by avoiding taking cars or carpool when it is possible. We should use carpool if it is possible. Number four is save water. Very important, and nowadays you must have seen that several times it is said that we should be very wise in using water. So one of the process can be used to save the water, and it is your rainwater harvesting, that collection of rainwater to use in the future. Number five is segregate the waste to recycle. Just now we had discussed in the question number 1 that we should segregate the waste. If the non-biodegradable waste is segregated from the biodegradable one, it can be recycled and reused. Okay. Now the next question. Now next question is, how does nature maintain a balance between the amount of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere? Okay. So there are two processes. We all know that: respiration, that is breathing, in which the oxygen is taken and carbon dioxide is released. The carbon dioxide which we release, it is used by green plants for the process of photosynthesis. Again, the photosynthesis uses up the carbon dioxide and releases oxygen, which is in turn used by the human beings and the animals for the process of respiration. Clear to you? So two main processes are there. One is your photosynthesis, another one is your respiration. In addition of these two terms, these two processes, one more is there. It is burning. Burning means that is combustion. Combustion also adds some of the carbon dioxide in the nature. So how we will write the answer? Respiration, burning and photosynthesis. These are the processes which help in balancing of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the atmosphere. Clear? Now, section E. Section E is answer these questions. What is E1? Distinguish between autotrophs and heterotrophs. Now, the meaning of autotrophs and heterotrophs, it is clear to you. Autotrophs means the green plants which prepare their own food, whereas heterotrophs which cannot prepare their own food. Here we will write point wise. The first point is they can produce their own food. In the case of autotrophs, they can produce their own food, whereas heterotrophs, they cannot produce their own food. Clear to you, first point? Now, what is the second difference? The second difference is they are called producers. The autotrophs are also called producers. The heterotrophs are called consumers, because we consume. The heterotrophs or the animals or human beings, they consume food. So, they are considered as consumers. Now, what is the third point? The third point is the example. Green plants come under autotrophs. The humans or animals come under heterotrophs. Clear to you? Second one, difference between decomposers and scavengers. Decomposers, you all know, these are the microorganisms which break down the dead and decaying part, whereas scavengers are the animals which feed directly on the dead bodies. Let's see what are the points. The first point, they derive their food from dead and decaying plants and animals. Clear? Whereas in the scavengers, they feed on dead animals. Second point, what are the difference? Second one is they are microorganisms. So the decomposers are microorganisms, whereas the scavengers, they are animals and birds. Third point, the third point of difference is the decomposers help in recycling the minerals in soil, whereas the scavengers, they help in keeping the environment clean. Now 3 points. It is clear to you that how decomposers and scavengers, they differ with each other. Clear? Now the example. Under the section decomposers, we have bacteria and fungi, whereas in the case of scavengers, we have crows, vultures, kites, jackals, etc. Clear? Now the next question. Next question is State the difference between biodegradable and non-biodegradable with examples. We all know this, biodegradable which can be decomposed, non-biodegradable which cannot be decomposed. Now see what are the points. The first one, they can be decomposed. Here in the case of they can be decomposed by microorganisms. In the case of non-biodegradable, they cannot be decomposed by microorganisms. Clear to you? Second point. The second point is they can be used to make compost. Okay. The biodegradable materials, they can be decomposed by microorganisms and hence they can be converted into minerals by the action of microbes. Whereas non-biodegradable, they cannot be broken down by any natural agent. Hence, only the recycling can be done with the non-biodegradable materials. Number third is the examples. Paper and cloth comes under biodegradable materials. Plastic and aluminium foil comes under non-biodegradable materials. Question number E3. How does decomposition of dead animals turn out to be useful? We all know that decomposition means breakdown of dead and decaying part and conversion of these dead part into minerals. But how it is useful to us? Let's see. Decomposers break down the dead and decaying plants and animals into minerals. These minerals get mixed up into the soil and are again used by the plants and hence it is useful to us also. Clear? Question number 4. Why is rainwater harvesting a ray of hope for overcoming the present scarcity of water in cities? In short, the question says that how the rainwater is important for today's problem, that is scarcity of water. The solutions are, first of all, it restores the level of groundwater. It increases the level of groundwater. If it through rainwater harvesting, if the rainwater seeps down the soil properly, it will increase the level of groundwater, which again will be available to us and will solve the problem of scarcity of water. Number 2, if it is collected properly, it will supplement the requirement of water in cities. So these two are the advantages of rainwater harvesting. First of all, it will increase the level of groundwater. Second one, it supplements the requirement or it adds the requirement of water in cities. Okay. Next question. Next question is, why do buffaloes, question number 5, why do buffaloes cool themselves in water during summer? Clear to you? Now, you must have seen that buffaloes mostly found in water during summer because of two reasons. First of all, buffaloes are black color. Most buffaloes are black in color. The black color is a very good absorber of heat. Second point, the buffaloes do not have efficient sweat glands, means they do not have enough number of sweat glands. Now, what is the meaning of gland first? Gland is the organ which is present in the body to produce some chemicals. Clear to you? In our body also, sweat glands are present. Mostly it is found on forehead, armpit, and palm and sole. Okay? And the function of sweat gland is just to maintain the body temperature by evaporating water in the form of sweat. Now what happens? In the case of buffaloes, they do not have efficient sweat glands. Hence, there is no evaporation of water in the form of sweat. Hence, to maintain their body temperature, they remain themselves in the water. They cool themselves in the water. Now see what I have written here. Buffaloes are black in color. They do not have efficient sweat glands. Hence, they feel the heat more and need to cool themselves by remaining in water. Now, point is clear to you. Black color, good absorber of heat. Hence, most of the heat is absorbed by the buffaloes. But in turn, there is no evaporation of water in the form of sweat. Hence, buffaloes keep themselves in water to maintain the body temperature. Done. Question number 6 is the diagram. In question number 6, we have to draw the diagram to show the cycle between the biotic and the abiotic components of the environment. That is how they are interacted in the environment. This we had done earlier. The same thing you have to draw in the question number 6, where you have to show that how the biotic components of the environment, they are connected with the abiotic components of the environment, and it is termed as interaction in the environment. So that was the last question of the exercise part E. Hope everything is clear to you. If still you have some problem, we will discuss when we will be online in our WhatsApp group. One suggestion, while writing, please use black pen for writing questions and blue pen for writing answers. Okay, stay home, stay safe. We will meet in the next class. Bye bye.